Hello there. This is going to be a timeless message from Spirit meant for you whenever you happen to stumble across it. I'm just trusting that Spirit will lead it to you whenever it's needed. So let's see. First thing that we're going to look at is the situation that Spirit would like to talk to you about. After that, we're going to look at best advice for you in that particular situation. Okay, so I am using the Good Tarot today. That's what this is actually called. It's called the Good Tarot. And I'll show you the cards that are coming up here in a second. Okay, so your situation starts off with the Temptation card in reverse and is covered by the King of Earth. Okay, now at best advice around the situation, and we'll talk about this situation in a second, shows up as Patience in reverse. Page of Earth, right side up, and the Five of Fire in reverse. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the situation that we see here. What we have here is this idea that you have been really chasing money, chasing resources, okay? And to a point that it's been kind of obsessive, to where it's been like pushing other things out of your life. That's been the big focus, is actually chasing money. Okay. And I'm not saying that you don't have a reason to do that. You probably do. But this is the situation that God wants to talk to you about, this obsession with chasing money that you've been sort of running in. And I feel like maybe you've come out of it just lately. Maybe you've just become aware of it just lately. Um, but I feel like it's still something that you're working on, because um, I feel like a part of you feels like you have to be out there chasing money and you're good at it. And another part of you feels like, yeah, but there's got to be more to life than this. What else? There has to be something more. Okay. So let's look at your best advice. Best advice. So we start off with the Patience card in reverse. Okay. So the Patience card in reverse talks to me about procrastinating and not procrastinating anymore. So it's time to stop procrastinating. You probably have a bucket list, things that you want to do before you die, or things that you want to do before the year ends, or before the next 2 years go by, or whatever the case may be. Okay. But I feel like you have some things that you want to do that don't necessarily involve chasing money. I think that you've been telling yourself for a while, well, once I get the money to do this, then I can stop chasing for a while and take a break and do this other thing. Or once I get the money, I can do this other thing that I really love over here that I'm keeping off to the side right now. Okay? So it's time to stop procrastinating with doing those things. Okay? Spirit's basically saying, you can chase the money, but there's always going to be more that you need money for if you keep chasing the money. At some point, you have to stop and appreciate what you've actually done. And that hasn't happened yet. What's interesting to me here is that when you quit procrastinating on doing some of these other things that you would like to do, then we have the Page of Earth showing up. And this is good news about money or resources. I think that you may find that there are people in your network who would really like to help you. So say that you've been wanting to take a trip for a while, but you haven't stopped chasing the money long enough to do that. You may have people in your network that might say, you know what, I have a house that you can stay in, or you can stay on my couch while you go check out, the sights of Hawaii or wherever it is that you might want to go. So I just feel like there's maybe not that specifically as far as, a place to stay or something, but there are people in your network that when you start to find that balance and do some of the things that you've been wanting to do for a while, I think you're coming into a position where you find that you have people around you who are able to help you do that in a much more affordable way than what you ever dreamed would be possible. Okay? And then the last card that we have coming up is the Five of Fire. And I don't know if you're hearing that meowing, but little sweetie has joined us. So Five of Fire, and the Five of Fire is showing in reverse, okay? So Five of Fire is telling me that you have been sort of in turmoil. So this goes back to what I was picking up earlier, just psychically, that I think you've been wanting to bring this into balance. You've been knowing that this isn't really the way that you want to live, but still feeling kind of forced. This kind of goes back to that idea, and it says that you've been in turmoil about how you're living your life. You've been having that inner battle going on about, I want to go do some other things, but I feel like I have to keep doing this. And it's just been going back and forth, pummeling back and forth on you. Okay? So when this card comes up in reverse like this, it says it's time to quit pushing yourself into doing things that are not what you want to do. It's time to quit beating up on yourself for wanting to enjoy the fruits of your labor. There is absolutely nothing wrong with putting in the energy and the effort and then enjoying what comes of that. And so Spirit is saying, quit beating up on yourself for wanting something that is perfectly human for you to want. Okay? So I hope you find this message helpful. And I hope that you can find some balance and start to find more things to enjoy in life and not feel like you have to just push all the time. Okay? So let me go ahead and wrap this up and get it up. Thank you very much.